Here we are again.
Here we are again.
How does it feel to jump back in the role and do it all over again?
It felt very weird because it didn't feel like doing something all over again. It felt like, for sure, like a different thing. Because the first time around I was like, oh, this is so fun, oh my God. And then the second time I was like, oh my God, this is fun but scary. And now I know that people have seen the film. And so it was different. That went away because of Ryan and Mark making me feel comfortable and happy and everything. But it's, yeah, it was for sure a different feeling.
So along that being said, I mean, the development of your character, do you go into it knowing, okay, here we are, we're moving a little bit, you know, past the last film. Do you feel a sense of like, here we go with development?
I mean, I think the wondrous thing about working with really good writers is I don't sort of have to do that much. Obviously, I was thinking for like the year before we started shooting the next one about where Rey was going to be and everything. And then watching The Force Awakens was different because it was a different thing than I remembered. And then it became more of a, okay, where's this sort of story heading? But the writing is so wonderful. Then it's just on an emotional level as opposed to an intellectual level, because Ryan does that stuff.
You have such an iconic scene with Mark Hamill after the last one. As you're shooting that, going through your head, you're like, people are going to love this.
No!
Because everybody went nuts, including me. You had theaters screaming.
Can you imagine if like you went through your life going, people are going to love this? It's so weird. No. I remember thinking, I was poorly that day. I remember thinking, oh, Mark's doing a really good, cool performance. That's what I remember. I remember like, oh God, wow, it's really emotional. You know, and then I went home and went to bed.
Did you see it though, like in theaters with like a general audience at all? And
yeah.
Were you able to see at the end when people went, you know what I'm talking about?
Well, the hilarious thing was when we went to the LA premiere, John was in front of me. So when the lightsaber flew to me, John got up and screamed, and I was like, "That's hilarious." So there was a lot of noise throughout it anyway. Yeah, there was some great noise with that, as Mark calls it, the literal cliffhanger. People love that, yeah.
Yeah, literally. Okay, you mentioned the lightsaber. They're giving you props, saying great things about you, that you're training, you just picked it up like that. A little bit more intense training for this film.
I mean, Liang is very sweet. Liang is a sword master, as in he does wushu and is unbelievable. He's unbelievable. The whole stunt team is. And also picking it up doesn't necessarily mean you've got it. But I think the first time around, I'd never really done anything that physical. So, you know, in my mind, there was a limit to what I could do, and I would get frustrated and everything. And as the clip showed, I would get frustrated in this thing too, but I felt like I could push myself much more because I had had much more training and had more of an understanding of the weapons and everything.
Speaking of the weapons, you don't have to get up, but is there a move that you make with the wrist or the hand with the lightsaber? Anything you can show us, a technique maybe?
Oh, it's just that, you know, you keep these ones free. And so everything rolls basically through, they're there, but everything just rolls through here, so you have much more movement, because if you're doing that, you obviously have less movement. So just all these ones are very light.